Hello everyone and welcome to today's class. So today we are going to be designing this estate flyer that you're seeing here. It's not hard, it's easy to do. So we are going to start now. Just like I told you guys before, to start a design, all you need to do is click on create new, and then it's already set to 1080 by 1080 because that was what we used for our previous design. So you leave the settings like that. If you want, you can change the name of your design. So let's change it to estate design. Estate design, that's the name of this design that we're going to do. So you just click on create and it's going to bring us on a blank layer, on a blank file. So the next thing to do is to bring in our resources, the things that we're going to use for this design. So to do so, you go to file, place embedded, and today we are working on estate design. So we're going to bring in the background for our design, and this is the background. So you double click on it and it will open on Illustrator. Sorry, I need to open on Photoshop. And what you're going to do is you adjust to fit. Okay, you adjust it to fit to the background. After you've done that, you click on this. If you don't want to click here, you can just click outside of the design, and that's it. Then the next thing to do is we're going to bring in the house. So you go to file, place embedded, and we are going to double click and place the house. So we're going to place our house, adjust it to fit. If you don't want to adjust it, you could blend in the background. So let's just place our house here. Let's just place our house and we're going to blend it in. So you can add your layer mask, click on your toolbar and pick the brush tool. Make sure that your foreground color is black, and then you brush in, so you brush in gradually, and as you can see, it has blended with the background. It has blended with the background. So you just click away from it by clicking on the move tool, and then we're going to start typing in our text. We're going to start putting in the text that we're going to use for today's design. So you pick your text tool or your type tool, and then you click on your screen, and we are going to type in find your dream home at. Now if you notice, it's on all caps. So what you can do is you click on this all caps on the character panel, click on it, and it will go back to lowercase. And the next thing you need to do is to change the color to white. So we're going to click on our color panel. We're going to change it to all white by dragging it up, and then we click on OK. So we're going to adjust our text size to 8. We're going to make it 8, and we're going to leave it at regular. Click on OK. Click on your move tool and place the text well. So we're going to place our text here. And the next thing that we're going to do is to type in the name of the estate. So to do that, you click your text tool, click on your artboard, and then you type Oak Land Estate. And then we're going to adjust the size. We're going to use 20 points, 20 point size. So let's just type it in 20 pt. That's what we're going to use for our text size. And then we're going to change it to bold. We're going to change the text weight to bold. So this is what we are going to use. And then this is not the color we are going to use for the estate. So let's add our background first. So we are going to click on the toolbar, click on the rectangle, on the shape tool, and click on the rectangle tool. And we're going to draw a rectangle. We're going to draw a rectangle on the oak estate. Now, as you can see, you can't see the oak estate. Reason being that this rectangle is on top, it is above the Oakland estate. So how do you adjust this? First of all, you click on your move tool and you come to your layer panel and you drag, you hold and drag and bring it down and make sure it is placed under the oak estate. So we're going to adjust, we're going to shift it down a bit so that it doesn't cover our find your home at. And then we are going to change it to, let's use 16 pt, 16 pixels. Okay, 16 pixels is okay. Now we are going to change the color of the rectangle to white by double clicking on the rectangle. When you are double clicking, see, don't double click here, don't double click away from this box, this bounding box you are seeing. If you double click away from it, it will give you another thing. So make sure that you are clicking inside of the box so that we are going to, so now we're going to double click and we are going to change it to white. Now we can't find our text because our text color is also white, but so you can no longer see the Auckland estate because it has the same color as the background. So we are going to adjust that now. You go to your text color, then you type in this color code 8AC7FF. Sorry, that's not what we're going to. What we are going to type in is 0158A8. This is the color we are going to use for our Auckland estate, and then we click on OK. Now this is what we can do. We can highlight everything, the find your home, your dream home, the Auckland estate, and the rectangle. And to do this, make sure you are clicked on the Auckland estate and then you hold down shift and click on find your home. So we want to adjust the angling of this text. So what you can do is hold down your move tool and drag it down a little bit. You get, hold down your control tool or your command if you are on Mac and drag it down a little bit. And then we are going to click on this check mark. So we are done with the top, we are done with the text and every business we have with that up part. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add the details concerning this Auckland estate. So to do that, we are going to go back to our toolbar and click on the rectangle tool, and we are going to draw in a toolbox. And to do that, we are going to type in the width and height of the rectangle. So we're going to use 590 pixel, and we're going to use 258 for the height. And then we add 12 pixels for the corner radius. Then you go back and you click on your move tool and you place your rectangle. Now if you're going to be confused on the spacing, you can give to you can give to you can give here for your to place your elements, your design elements. What you can do is, let's create a rectangle. Let's create a rectangle of okay, 70 by 70. Let's create a rectangle of 70 by 70 pixels, and then you can place it here, place it by the side of the design. Then you bring out you drag out a guide from your ruler bar, you drag out a guide, and then you place it just at that rectangle. Place it just at that rectangle. Then you take the rectangle, you place it also by the right side, and then you drag out your ruler, and then you place it. So you can use this for your measurements to make sure that you are not designing things that are going out of your guide. Okay, so that is one way you can do it. Let's delete the rectangle. So back to our design. This is not the color we are going to use for this. So for the color, what we can do is right click, go to blending options, and then we're going to add a gradient and a stroke to this rectangle. So what we can do is click on gradient. So I'm going to call out the color so that you don't get confused when you're creating the gradient. So the gradient color is 0C5BA5. You click on OK. You click on this box, this color stop here, and you go to the color, and then you type in the other color 357 EAB, and then you click on OK. So this is what we are going to use. Now we want, click on OK. We want this part, this what part that is a bit wide to be up. So what we can do is we adjust the angling until we get what we want. So let's use this angle. This angling is okay, -95. It's fine. And then we're going to add our stroke. So you click on stroke, you leave it at 2. 2 is okay. And then this is the color code for the stroke, 8AC7FF, and then you click on OK, and then OK. So we are back to our rectangle. Now we are going to add in the things that are going to be inside of this rectangle. So to do so, you click on your text tool, or you click on your keyboard, you click T on your keyboard, and then we are going to type in payment option on all caps. Once you've typed in your payment option, we're going to use 6 size 6, leave it at bold, make it white. So it's payment option, not just payment. So we're going to add the option, payment options, then you check, and then we're going to add a line. We're going to add an underline to the payment option. So you go back, you click on your move tool, and you bring, and then you drag it, and you bring it to this place. Payment option, this place is okay. Then you click on this checkbox. So now we are going to add in the payment options that we have. So the first, you're going to type in 3 months, in 3 months, this is what, oh, 3 months dash. So once we type it in, we're going to leave it at 6 pixel. We're going to change it 6 points. Sorry, we're going to change from bold to semi bold. click your, and we're going to remove it from underline. We don't want to have the underline under it. And then we're going to place it and make sure that it is well aligned with the payment option. And now we're going to type in the duration. So the duration of this price, we're going to type it in. Then we're going to type on all caps. Price valid till 30th August. Close bracket. Then you click on this check mark, pick, click on your move to, and we're going to leave it. We're going to change it to regular, and we want it to be really tiny. Let's use 5. Make sure you place it where make sure that your guide is on. It is what is going to help you to position your text well. So if your guide is not on, you can go to view, click on show, and make sure that smart guide is on. If it is off, you click it so that it will be on. So we are going to change. Let's use 4. Still big. Let's use 4 for the price tag, for the price valid period. And then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to also add a 6 months and a 9 months plan. So to do that, you click on your type tool, and then we are going to type 6 months. In 6 months, you can get to pay 1.5 million, and we're going to change it to 6, and we're going to leave it at semi bold. We're going to leave it as semi bold, and then you make sure it's well aligned using your smart guide. Make sure that it's well aligned. So we are going to, instead of clicking on the type tool again to type in this, what we can do is click on this 6 months, click on Ctrl J, and then use our move tool to drag it down. You can hold the shift so that it will be on the same line. Drag it down. Since we want to type change only the 9 months and the price, so you drag it down, highlight the 6, change it to 9. Make sure you add your space, and then we're going to change the 1.5. You can change it to any amount you want. So, but for me, I'm going to type in 1.9 million, and then you click on your check. So that's it for this part. And then we are going to add a promo option by the side, and to do that, let's use our pen tool. So you click on the pen tool by clicking P, and then we are going to change the background. We are going to remove the background of the fill. We don't want it. Then we change it to white. We use white for the stroke, and then we're going to put our stroke. You just click, hold down shift so that it's aligned well, and then you click again. You can still change the size of the stroke. Let's change it to 3.41, or let's just leave it at 3. Remove the 41. 3 pixels. 3 is okay. So we're going to use 3. We are going to move it a bit, move it to the side, and then we are going to type in our promo option. So you click on your text tool T, then you type in promo on all caps, then click on your move tool, make sure it's underlined, leave it at 6 points and change it to bold. So we're going to place our promo here. We're going to place our promo here, and then we're going to type in the promo option. Now, to type in the promo option, when you click on your text tool, you draw in a text box so that we can type in the text box. So you're going to type in deposit 300K and above and get a smartphone. So you're going to click on Control A to highlight everything. So we're going to leave this at 5. The points, the size, we're going to leave it at 5. Change it from bold to regular. Make sure that the underline is not checked. And then we leave, let's change it to 5. Or let's leave it at 6. Smartphone 6. So you can drag the text box to adjust the alignment. So adjust how it's aligned. Let's change it to 5. 5, okay. This is fine. Or let's use 5.5. So this is okay. Or anyhow you can adjust it, that is fine. You can leave it like this. Click on your move tool and move the text so that it's well aligned with the promo. Okay. Then you can also shift it. You can highlight it by holding shift and clicking on promo and deposit from the layer panel, and then you move it to the side. Then we can click on our line and we can move it a bit so that it's at the center, it's well placed. Let's still move the text so that it's not crowded. Let's move it to this part. So this is fine. This is fine. So the next thing we are going to add, we're going to draw in the a rectangle here so that we can add our contacts, their contacts. So we're going to go to our tools bar and click on the tool, on the rectangle tool, and we're going to draw in a rectangle. Let's use 590 by 76. So this is what we are going to use. So because we used stroke the last time, our rectangle tool is on stroke. So to remove it, you click here, click on this place to remove it, then you click on the fill and then you add white, but that's not the color we are going to use, but let's just use it now as a placeholder. So after that, we are going to round the corners of our rectangle. Let's use 12. Let's type in 12. Okay, 12 is fine. So we are going to change the color of the text box. 1A, 1E, 2, 1. So this is the color we are going to use, not plain black, not complete black, but this is better. This is better. So what we can do next is to type in the phone number. So to type in the phone number, you click on your text tool and you can just type in whatever you want to type. For me, I'm going to type in 081 234 5678. So the phone number, we are going to leave it at 6PT and bold. That's okay, but make sure you remove it from underline so it doesn't have a line under it. Then we are going to place our phone number. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to draw in a an ellipse. So click on your shape tool, click on the ellipse, just click on your screen, and we're going to change the ellipse to 42 by 42, 42 by 42 pixels. Then you click on enter. So we're going to the same thing, we're going to change the ellipse to, we're going to remove this stroke color if your own is showing stroke color, and add a few color of white, so you click your move tool and then you drag it down into this rectangle. So we're going to put our call icon. To do that, we go to file, place embedded, and we're going to double click, and then here we have our call icon. Then we're going to adjust it. We are going to reduce the size so that it can fit in to that ellipse. So, let's adjust it and make sure that it's fitting inside the ellipse. So once we've done that, we can now bring in, you can duplicate the circle or you can draw in another circle. So you can duplicate, Ctrl J, and then you move it. You move the ellipse to this side. You can hold down shift so that it remains on the same line. Hold down shift and drag it to this place. And then we are going to put in our email icon. So to get the email icon, you go to your shape tool, right click, click on custom shape, and then scroll down, scroll down. Okay, yeah, here is the so here we have the email. So you just click on the icon to white. No, let's not use white, let's use, you click on here and then add in black. So you can just sample the color of this background, click OK. Then we are going to draw it in. Once you've drawn it, you use your move tool and then move it into the ellipse and make sure that it's well placed. This is okay. So we're going to type in the mail. So to type in the mail, we are going to click and then type Oakland Estate at okay, enter gmail.com. You click enter so that you break the text gmail.com. So we're going to remove it. We're going to remove it from bold. Let's leave it at medium and then change the size to 5 points and change the leading to 5 points. Then we're going to click on move to and we're going to place it. We're going to place it well. And then we can move our ellipse and our icon closer. So that is it. Then we are almost done with the design. The last thing to add is the estate features. So to add the estate features, we are going to draw another rectangle. Or if you don't want to draw another rectangle, you can just click on this rectangle, click Ctrl J, duplicate it, and then move it to the side. So once you've moved it to the side, you can drag it up so that it will be at the top because we're designing accordingly. So once it's at the top, Let's change the width and height of the rectangle. 317, height of 357. So this is the width and height that we are going to use. You hold down shift so that it doesn't shift or change position, and then you drag it to this side till it meets with the guide. So the next thing that we can do is to put in the estate features. So we're going to type in the estate features. Estate features. Then you add the underline, and we're going to leave the estate features at 6 pixel. Bold. Click on your move tool and position it well. So in order not for this video to be too long, because it's already long, I'm going to type in the estate features, and then I'm going to add in the icons too. So these are the estate features. These are the estate features, and I'm using 4 points and 10 leading, okay, for the estate features. So I'm going to bring in the icons. So to bring in the icons, you already know how we do it. Go to file and go to place embedded, but I'm going to do that fast so I don't waste our time. So I just brought in the icons. Now when the icons that are in the resource file, they are black. So let's say you bring in the icons and then you want to change the icons to color white. What you can do is come to that icon that you want to change the color to white, right click, go to blending options. When you come to blending options, you can click on overlay. Once you click on overlay, you can come to this place and change the color to whatever you want. So, but now we are using white because that's what the color we want to use. So you click on OK, OK, and that's it. So the last thing, we're going to add the check mark that is here. So to do that, we're going to go to File, Place Embedded, and we're going to double click and reduce the size. So let's reduce the size to something small like this. This is okay. And then we're going to place it at the top. At the top, this is okay. So these are our estate features. So that is it. That is all about designing a flyer for an estate brand. It's not hard. Just like I said, it's not hard. It only takes understanding and practice. That's what it takes to design. That's all it takes to design. Understanding your principles, which I've already taught you. Now, when you understand the principles, you apply these principles in your design to achieve an aesthetically pleasing design. You don't allow everything to shout in your design. You give your design breathing space, just like we have here, so that the users or the people that are looking at your design can look at it and they can navigate it without having to bruise their eyes because your design is bad or anything like that. So we've come to the end of this design. If you have any question, you can drop it in the group chat. Once the group chat is open, you drop your questions and I'm going to attend to all your questions and all your confusions. Okay.